What's up, fight fans? You're watching Askren Control MMA. I'm Dan. We're going to be talking about the prelims of UFC 256 that's coming up tonight. Who I think is going to win on each fight. How I think they're going to win. All the good stuff, really. We're going to start from the featured prelim, go right down to the early prelims available on Fight Pass. Okay, so we're going to start off with Cub Swanson versus Daniel Pineda. I've been up in the air about this one all week, but in the end I've decided to go with Cub Swanson for the win at plus 140, 11-8. I don't know if it's going to be a stoppage. I doubt it very much with how Cub Swanson's looked recently. But I feel like he's got enough to get the win, and at plus 140, 11-8, I'm willing to take that without delving further in. Pineda, minus 160 to win, plus 130 for a stoppage. I don't think any of that's unreasonable, but I just feel like Cub Swanson, he's got the high level experience, and I feel like it'll be too much for Pineda on the night. I'd be surprised to see a stoppage, but I'm not saying it's impossible for Swanson. But most likely decision. Decision's at plus 260. I just didn't feel confident enough going for that, so I've just gone for Cub Swanson to win at a plus 140, 11-8. Okay, next up we've got Renato Moicano versus Rafael Fiziev. Definitely the two best names on the card in my opinion. This one was on the main card and it got swapped out with Mackenzie Dern and whoever she's fighting. I'm sorry, I forget right now. It's hard to say her name, that's all I remember. Yeah, very disappointing for those guys getting dropped to the undercard and not even featured on the undercard. So, yeah, that's disappointing for those guys. But moving on, I've just gone for Rafael Fiziev to win. 4-6, minus 150. Again, the stoppages at plus 220. Decisions at plus 210 for him. But I just can't get enough information on him to make an informed decision on this one. Renato Moicano, he's at plus 125 to win, plus 260 on the stoppage, plus 400 for the decision. Maybe, but again, it was. I watched a couple of fights from either of them, and I'm struggling to pick, so I just went for a small favourite on this one. Alright, Billy Quarantillo versus Gavin Tucker. Billy Quarantillo, of the Ultimate Fighter fame. He was on it twice. It's good to see he finally got himself a UFC deal. Gavin Tucker, for those of you who watched my video last week about Justin James, he beat Justin James in a very dominant performance earlier this year. So I've seen footage on him quite recently. He's to win at a 7-5, stoppage a 9-2. Decision 11-4, but I've gone for Billy Quarantillo on this one by stoppage, plus 250. I feel like he's got more experience. Gavin Tucker's had a lot of recent problems with injuries, so I feel like he might not be 100% going into this one. Okay, Torres versus Sam Hughes. This was originally meant to be Torres versus Angela Hill, which I thought would have been a good fight. Angela Hill can be quite an interesting fight. She's got a relatively exciting style. Sam Hughes coming in late minute replacement for a UFC debut. I'm not giving her much of a chance in this one, and from the look of it, neither of the bookmakers. She's plus 450 to win, plus 850 on the stoppage, plus 900 on the decision. I've gone for Tisha Torres by decision on this one, just because she's not a big finisher at all. For her to get a stoppage is plus 260. The decision mode, which I've gone for, is minus 175, 4-7. Okay, last but not least, Chase Hooper, the young Ben Askren himself. I struggle to work out why Chase Hooper's so low down on the card. I mean, he's the early prelim. He's not even going to be on the ESPN show over BT Sports show in the UK. But I think he's a very exciting fighter. He's going to be a big name in the future of the featherweight division. I wouldn't be surprised to see him move up to lightweight either. He's fighting Peter Barrett, who's coming off a not very convincing win. And the odds reflect about Chase Hooper. Massive favourite on this one. I've gone for him to win by stoppage at, I believe, 11-8. The correct number will be up at the side of me now. I believe it to be 11-8, but don't hold me to that one. Okay, so that'll wrap up the undercard. Not as exciting as the main card, but then again, it's not designed to be. One to watch out for in this one, though, definitely Cub Swanson, Daniel Pineda, and also Chase Hooper, Peter Barrett. I think will be quite an interesting fight. I think Chase Hooper will pull out a second round stoppage in this. I'm going to say by submission. The other fights on the card, if you were going to skip one, I'd probably skip the Tshirt Torres, Sam Hughes. I think it's going to be a relatively dominant decision for Tshirt Torres. Not particularly exciting though by any stretch. So yeah, that'll wrap it up. Very excited for UFC 256 tonight. Last pay-per-view of the year. Can't wait. Not only a few hours to go. Last thing I want to mention before I leave everyone today, Cage Warriors, the last 2 nights has been amazing. Had some great performance, had a fantastic knockout in the middleweight championship fight last night. The flyweight championship fight on Thursday, a lot of bad blood in that one, found it very entertaining. But I encourage people to get Fight Pass and look at what else is on. LFA is quite good, Cage Fury to a lesser extent, but you've got a couple of up-and-comers coming out of there as well. There's talk of Khabib's Eagle Fighting Championship moving to there soon, and I do enjoy the Russian amateur circuit. Russian regional circuit, I should say. So yeah, overall though, UFC 256, can't wait. Let's have it. See you all tomorrow.